Hey everyone, Theo here. Today I'm reviewing the ASUS Vivobook 13 Slate OLED from the perspective of an artist. Now this video is going to be a bit long, so if you want to save time, you can use the timestamps provided to jump to different sections of this video, or check out the text review that I have already written. The link is in the video description below. First of all, a disclaimer, this is a review unit on loan from ASUS Singapore, and just to give you the bottom line up front, this is a good looking tablet with solid build quality, comes with the pen and keyboard cover and detachable stand behind. The main selling point here is the very vibrant, colorful and bright OLED display. The downsides would be the Intel Pentium Silver and 6000 processor, which isn't that powerful. So this is not a tablet that's great for multitasking. I don't usually have more than 3 apps open at the same time. However, when it comes to drawing, the drawing performance is going to be smooth, lag-free, as long as you don't open too many apps. To me, this tablet is mostly for light computing tasks such as browsing the web, checking emails, doing simple Word or Excel documents, watching YouTube videos. The audio quality is actually pretty good, and also for some casual drawing. Definitely not for gaming. Before I show you the things included, I want to show you this packaging box. I'm not sure if this is the retail box because it doesn't make sense to ship the tablet in this huge plastic box, which is going to be thrown away eventually. You can certainly reuse the plastic box because this is very well made. It's very solid. So you can use this box probably to keep your computer accessories. So in this shiny bubble wrap box is the tablet. We have a carrying case and some cables here. This is the power cable for the 65 watt USB-C charger, USB type A to type C cable. This is a pen holder that you can attach to the tablet, and this is the ASUS Pen 2. This is a good looking pen with solid build quality. That sticker there can be removed. This pen supports Microsoft Pen Protocol 2, that's MPP2, so it supports tilt sensitivity as well as slightly over 4000 levels of pressure sensitivity. Power indicator light is here, and it seems like I need to charge the pen. The USB-C charging port is hidden here behind the pen. This pen has 2 side buttons, and the tip is quite firm with minimal movement. There are 3 replacement nibs. The white one is the hardest and smoothest on glass. The black one is more rubberized and has more resistance on glass, and the gray one is somewhere in between these two in terms of hardness. There is also this padded carrying case, which is designed to keep out water. So the teeth for the zipper are concealed. Inside the case are 2 big pockets and this slot here for holding the pen. So that's the ASUS Vivobook 13 Slate, and this is the detachable keyboard and the detachable stand. The keyboard attaches to the tablet with very strong magnets, and you definitely need to attach this stand to the back, otherwise you won't be able to use the tablet on the table. So this is how it looks. It actually looks pretty good. It's quite thick though with all these things added. The combination of the keyboard and the stand is thicker than the tablet itself. Design for the keyboard cover looks good, and it has this nice smooth surface. On the back we have the detachable stand, and there is this triangular cutout here so that people can see the ASUS Vivobook name. There is also a cutout here for the camera. The weight of the tablet alone is 780 grams. With the keyboard cover and this stand added, it's 1.39 kg, which is on the heavier side for a 13-inch tablet. The keyboard cover is completely flat on the table with no way to prop it up, and I'm fine with that. The keys have good travel and they feel quite springy. However, they don't feel as solid compared to other keyboards that I have tested. Overall typing experience is still considered good, and you can definitely speed type on this, no problem. The keyboard layout looks fine to me. The function button is at the correct space. There's the print screen button, delete, backspace, half height arrow keys with pitch up and down, home and end shortcuts. There is no backlight for the keys though. The touchpad is quite big and it's quite sensitive. There are left and right click areas, and the clicking mechanism is quite firm, which is nice. The 5 megapixel front-facing camera unfortunately cannot be used for face unlock. Thankfully, the fingerprint unlock works quite effectively. The main selling point of this tablet is obviously this OLED display. This is a 13.3-inch OLED display with fantastic colors out of the box, and the contrast is terrific. Resolution of this tablet is 1080p, so there is slight pixelation. This combination of Full HD resolution and 13.3-inch means the user interface elements such as the menus, the buttons, the palettes, they are big and easy to see. And you can have palettes on the side and still have a good amount of canvas space to work with because it feels very spacious. Unfortunately, due to some issues with the color calibration software, I wasn't able to color calibrate this tablet, so I can't tell you the exact color coverage. According to ASUS, it supports up to 100% DCI-P3 and up to 550 nits of brightness. The colors certainly look fantastic, and the visuals really is the highlight of this tablet. Let's talk about general performance of this tablet. So this tablet is using the Intel Pentium Silver N6000 processor, which is a quad-core 1.1 GHz processor. It's not a very powerful processor, so when it comes to doing work or multitasking, the usage is going to be quite limited. Let me show you what I mean. So currently I have this web browser open with 5 tabs, and let's take a look at the task manager. So it's using around 30 to 40% CPU, which is quite high for just one web browser open with 5 tabs. Let's see what's going to happen when we open another app. Let's open Adobe Photoshop. Since I'm a graphic designer, I do graphic design work. By the way, there are 2 SSD storage options available. There is the NVMe, which is what this unit is using, and this is the speed of the app loading, which is actually quite fast. The other option is the eMMC, which is going to be slower. So let's open this file that I was working on earlier. So now we are looking at 45 to 50% CPU utilization. Let's open another app. This is Adobe Creative Cloud. I'm going to install Adobe Illustrator. So this is downloading in the background. And let's take a look at the CPU utilization. And now it's hitting 100%. When you are downloading something in the background, or you're installing stuff, or you are using the processor in the background, for example, you are exporting photos, that's where the system is almost reaching its limits. So let me just open up another web browser, Microsoft Edge, to load some web pages. I've just clicked on the icon. Okay, so it takes some time to open up this app. And yep, it takes a while for me to open this. So let me just go and load some pages. As I type, the letters are not coming out. Yep. So it's starting to lag right now. Okay, let me just, the letters are up. Let's go to Intel's website. I've just hit enter and it takes a while. It's not responding. So right now I have 5 apps, actually 4 apps open. Edge, Opera, Photoshop, and Adobe Creative Cloud. So this is how much time it takes to launch Microsoft Edge and launch this website with things happening in the background. This tablet is powerful enough to do some light computing work like editing text documents, surfing the web, maybe doing some Excel spreadsheets. This is a good tablet for watching videos because it has fantastic visual quality and the audio quality is pretty good as well. And the two side speakers here are pretty good as well. You get really good stereo effect. However, when the system starts to lag, this is what's going to happen. Things are going to load very slowly. Even the video sometimes would stutter. So it's best not to open more than, in my experience, 3 apps in the taskbar. Where's my mouse? Yep, I can't even move my mouse. And yep, so this Opera is now lagging. Let's take a look at the task manager again. Control Alternate Delete. And you can see the thing turning, and this is turning as well. Task manager is loading. Now it's at 74% CPU utilization. Let me minimize. Minimize takes some time as well. Again, this video is trying its best to load. This tablet is not that great for multitasking. You can overwhelm the CPU on this tablet very easily. Let's talk about drawing performance. So I've just switched the pen nib to the black one. So this has pretty good resistance on the glass. The display is laminated, so there is almost no gap between the pen tip and the line you create. Here you can see latency as the line is trying to catch up with the pen tip. There is default palm rejection provided by the pen, and if your app only accepts pen input for drawing, you are going to get perfect palm rejection. So for example, with this app Medibank Paint Pro, I can draw with my finger and nothing happens. But when I use the pen, I can draw. So this app will have perfect palm rejection. Initial activation force of this pen is actually quite good. So I can draw thin lines easily by applying minimal pressure. Let's take a look at the line transition. So the line transition from thin to thick and back to thin looks good enough to me. However, here I see some issues. So let me try and draw some slow diagonal lines as straight as I can and also as slowly as I can. I can see slight jitter or wobble with the diagonal lines. Yep, I can definitely see some wobble. Let me draw the diagonal lines a bit faster. Yep, so I can see some wobble and jitter. This line is not as smooth as I want. Let's see how the lines taper, and the lines are not able to taper gently or smoothly. Let's draw some dots. Dots are fine. Let me draw something real quick while I talk more about the drawing experience. So I can definitely see some issues with the lines not being as smooth as I want. Cursor tracking is actually quite accurate. The cursor is always directly beneath the pen tip. See this line here? I tried to draw a straight line, but for some reason it moved. I'm not sure why it moved like that. And that can happen quite often. Yep, I see some wobble again as I try to draw this line. If you draw it fast, yes, the line is going to be smooth, but the thing with drawing is sometimes you want to draw slower because you want to draw more accurately, so you draw a bit slower, and that's where the lines will move or wobble slightly. So you want to draw slower because you want to be more accurate, but the lines wobble, so that affects accuracy. So this is not a tablet I would recommend for professionals, obviously. The line quality is just not that good. So So let me just draw a bit faster just to see if the lines can be straighter. If I draw faster, yes, the lines will be straighter. It's not that bad for casual drawing, but definitely not for professional drawing, because there are tablets with better drawing performance out there. By the way, I'm using my own Bluetooth keyboard by the side here because I like to have my keyboard by the left side since I'm right-handed. And also with the detachable keyboard here, if you draw like this, the user experience is not that great. And I also have this tablet on my own tablet stand because this is way more sturdy compared to the detachable stand that came with the tablet. I did not experience any lag while drawing this, probably because this is the only app that's open. As long as you don't open too many apps, it's going to be fine. The system is not going to lag. So this is the completed drawing and it looks alright. By the way, I'm holding this pen at a very low angle, and even so the cursor tracking is still quite accurate. As in, the cursor doesn't stray away from the pen tip when the angle of the pen is very low, almost parallel to the display. So it looks like I cannot avoid the wobbly lines unless I draw like really quick. So this tablet is good enough for casual drawing, it's just that there will be slight wobble or jitter with the diagonal lines. Here you can see that as well. So when it comes to creating line art, this is definitely going to affect your line art. And now let me show you the handwriting and note-taking performance of the pen. So this drawing was drawn with this app called MediBang Paint Pro. And as you can see, the handwriting performance, it's pretty good. This is another sketch I drew. This was drawn with Photoshop and the line quality is very similar to MediBang Paint Pro. I can see slight wobble and jitter as well with the lines. And also the lines, they don't taper smoothly. You can see the taper is quite abrupt. And these are the diagonal lines with slight wobble and jitter in Photoshop. Handwriting performance is good. Let me show you another drawing. So this was drawn with Concepts. Now this app will use software to smoothen the lines. However, even so, you can see there is slight wobble with the lines, and here as well, and here as well. Now for my style of drawing, which looks very sketchy, very loose, this actually still looks alright. This was drawn with the pencil brush and it looks nice. The software actually does a pretty good job smoothing out the lines for this particular drawing compared to the earlier one. And here at the bottom you can see the lines, it's smoother. Probably because I drew this much faster, but overall all the strokes with this pencil brush is just smoother. Tilt sensitivity works quite well, so when I hold the pen vertically, I get thin lines, and when I tilt the pen, I get the broad strokes. And the transition from thin to broad strokes can be quite smooth depending on the app you use. And this app Concepts has perfect palm rejection because I set it to move the canvas with my finger instead of draw. Battery life is about 5.5 to 6 hours with the brightness at 60 to 70%. I'm using this tablet in a bright room. Even 50% seems to be kind of low for me, so I definitely need to push it to 60 or 70%. So this is my review of the ASUS Vivobook 13 Slate OLED. Just to conclude, you can expect fantastic visual and audio quality from this tablet. The downside is the processor isn't that powerful, so this is really suitable for light computing tasks, including casual drawing, as long as you don't have too many apps open. So thanks for watching. I hope this review is helpful. See you in the next video. Bye!